What's the Not Your Finest Hour podcast? What is that all? I mean, I've heard stories.
Not Our Finest Hour podcast. I'll have to check out one of these days when I get a minute to listen to it. I've been told it's not for everyone. Just the general reviews I hear on it. It has been getting really good reviews.
And I've never personally listened to it, but I have heard it's not for everyone.
I listened to the Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Just great podcast. I've really enjoyed that.
I'm not endorsing anything, but what Caleb told me, he said, don't endorse anything unless you listen to it first.
I do once in a while listen in, and it's a lot of fun, but I do got to be careful. It is not for everyone.
Caleb Allman is always dropping nugs that it's one of the most value-added shows out there.
Of course, through all the Not Our Finest Hour, you guys poking fun at so much different stuff is absolutely killer.
I don't feel any oppression tonight. In fact, I feel very free. Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Thanks for being here.
I'm Interlock Ian, and I wouldn't fucking miss the Not Our Finest Hour podcast for nothing.
Welcome to the beginning of the podcast, which Chad has already pre-announced will be short, because he can't tear himself away from a black whacker skid steer.
Actually, I haven't set foot in it yet. The guys have. To minimal reviews. They haven't said anything bad or good about it. So,
Do you think they like it better than the ASV?
Scott said we needed a machine that could lift a pallet, or another machine that could lift a pallet. The ASV could not. So we did sod for the last time with the ASV on Monday or Tuesday, and it was really tippy. Like, we could have lost a couple pallets of sod. So they were happy to be in a full-size machine again that could handle a pallet.
So you think you're going to try an ASV again?
No, never. I will never buy from that dealer again.
That was some crazy depreciation.
Yeah, I mean, that's no one's fault but my own. But
I love the one I sent you where the guy has like exactly the same machine, but he's trying to get 95 grand for it.
yeah, not a chance. Well, maybe where he is, the market is really lacking ASVs and people want them, but I doubt you're going to get $95,000 for a used machine of that size.
No.
So, especially if it had half the problems that mine did. Like, it needed $10,000 in repairs before someone else can buy it,
including a door.
Whenever we traded in, we gave the foam for around the door and the windshield washer reservoir and the little piston that holds the door open. They're like, "Do you have the glass for it?" I said, "Not a chance." I said, "That's on you guys. I'm not even dealing with this dealer anymore." I refuse to call them up and ask for a goddamn door. Take it as is.
Is the dealer in Cornwall?
No,
Okay.
they're in Winchester, which is about 40 minutes away.
Is the 10 grand including the
The door? I don't know.
door?
I don't know. They said it needed some final drives and
It needed final drive.
yeah.
How
Well,
many
they said
fucking hours were on it?
the final drive, 400 hours on the machine. Needed new final drives. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
And they weren't under warranty?
No. We were like a couple months out of warranty or something like that. Or they weren't included in the warranty. I don't know. They tried feeding me some bullshit excuse. I'm like, this machine has 400 hours. Like, oh, it's over 2 years old, and fuck off.
Final drives after 400 hours.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. Like, we have beat the piss out of the Kubota and not had a single thing that needs work or attention or whatever in the same amount of time. Actually, we've owned the Kubota 1 year less, but put on more hours.
How many hours are on the Kubota?
500 and some. But that thing
Must
is,
need final drives soon.
yeah, yeah. Take it in. Major service, final drives. Like, a guy in my city is selling an SVL 75 for like 50 grand, 60 grand, and it's got like 3,500 hours on it. I couldn't unload this ASV with 400 hours on it for the same price. Like, it just, I
Should
don't
have taken it up where there was forestry. They
Yeah.
love replacing final drives every 400 hours on forestry,
You
apparently.
can't even go. You can't even walk in the forest now. How are you supposed to drive an ASV through the forest?
Oh, the ASV is probably owned by Brookfield, so they're allowed to go on the forest.
They're allowed to go. No, it's off my hands. We're into something different, and we'll see. I told Scott, I said, you're gonna have to put on the seatbelt. He's like, why do I have to wear a seatbelt? I said, because there's no lap bar on the thing. He's like, holy shit, I could go right through the window. I said, no, because you have to wear the fucking seatbelt. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna put on the seatbelt. So, well, you better, because the machine's not gonna move if you don't. I'm like, okay. So,
Does it know if you have the seatbelt on behind you?
no. Shane was saying something about how it has to retract all the way and then come out and then get clipped in or something. I said this was misrepresented to me when I bought the thing because I think that's stupid. But
How was it represented to you?
it was a very brief conversation. Something about, oh, we can just tie it behind you or something, or some guys flip it behind the seat. And like, yeah, yeah. So we'll see how big of a deal it becomes.
Do you think it's that terrible to like be safer?
Yeah, I
Mm.
do. Well, it's not a matter of being safer. It's taking something that worked with Kubota, where it's the two lap bars, or Bobcat with the overhead bar, or even ASV with the one armed bar to come down. You took
They
that
have one
out.
arm?
Yeah, it had one arm that came down, and that was it. But you took that out in favor of a seatbelt. Who the fuck has ever said, yeah, great, let's add a seatbelt? Or the seatbelt is the best option for this?
I think sometimes the biggest problem with off-brand companies is they're trying to reinvent the wheel.
Potentially. Yeah. But
Just
I'm
make the same one that everyone else made and make it good and reliable, and people will start to buy it.
I'm assuming that this thing goes out for product testing or reviews before it goes into mass production. So they had to have
Yeah.
hundreds of people that said, yeah, this seatbelt is a great idea. Screw the lap bar. Like, who are
Hey,
these
listen,
people?
today someone gave me a Dr. Pepper that was flavored like strawberries and cream. And they mass produced that shit and put it out to the public. Who the fuck wanted that? So shit squeaks. I agree with you that I don't understand how any engineer or anyone that's around a skid steer looked at the skid steer and said, fuck, you know what people want? You know what will make people buy a whacker? Getting rid of a lap bar and adding an inconvenient seatbelt. That is going to make people want to buy this shit for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what marketing genius thought that that was like.
I don't know. But if that's the only problem that we have with the machine, we're going to be,
What kind of motor's in it?
I don't know. I'm not the salesman. But the important thing is that they service the motor at the dealership and you don't have to call somewhere else to get the fucking motor serviced.
Fair. Super
So
fair.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter as long as it's serviced where it's sold.
I learned that when your Dodge Ram diesel check engine light comes on, you should take it immediately to the dealer.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
No, we drove it for 3 years with the check engine light on.
3 years.
So I took it in. I said, I need the check engine light off in this truck. It's been on for like 3 years and it needs to be dealt with. And because no one will take it on trade, we're going to keep it. So let's fix it, right? I said, okay. So they replaced the def line and the DPF was full of soot
Mhm.
or whatever. So they dealt with those two items. The engine light went out. They drove it they did like a test drive. It came back on. So then they scanned it again and it came up with the crankcase code because that's the next thing. The crankcase filter, I guess, is one of the next things in line or something. They called me and they said, "Hey, it's like $500 to fix this." Also, I said, sure, whatever. Like, we're not selling this truck. We're driving it till it has 700,000 kilometers on it. So whatever, sure. Let's fix it. Okay. They fixed the crankcase filter. And then I got this like insanely long text message from them because I missed the phone call. It said, "Hi, I'm from Fraser." Because I guess my phone now, some kind of AI thing generates the fucking message into like a text.
Yeah.
It says, "Hi." And I was like, this can't be good. This is like a 400 word message. Like, nothing good comes in a 400 word text message.
True.
No one texts you their excitement level or how good things are. Once a text message goes past 15 words, it's bad. Have you ever received a more than 15 word really good text message in your life,
No, I don't think so.
Mike?
No, I think the negative ones that way outweigh the positive ones. That's for sure.
We're talking 15. Yeah, 15 words. Like 15 words and less, you're probably still.
Yeah.
Once you eclipse 10, you could probably say that's a mediocre text message. It's good. 10 and under is good. 10 to 15 is mediocre. Anything over 15, you should probably not read it. That's why I have, how many do I have this week? Let's see. I have currently 126 unread, unreturned text messages. I bet they're all over 15 words. Anyways, the next thing that happened was that the EGR was full of soot because of all these other things. Because this is all like happening down a line of chain of when the engine light first came on for the first thing. So the EGR needs to be, the EGR was full of soot, but the EGR isn't letting the actuator of the turbo, that there's so much soot in the whole thing that the actuator for the turbo is fucked, which I can tell you immediately is ultra expensive. If the actuator for your turbo is fucked on anything, it is insanely expensive. So now for this Dodge Ram that I took in, we're up to $7,600 to get this thing fixed and get the engine light off.
Yikes.
It's gonna make it to your $10,000 truck.
This is the truck I paid 70 grand for. The $10,000 trucks are rolling out the fucking door every day because the $70,000 truck's in the shop. But that being said, we've had the truck for almost 4 years, and Kelly did a review of the costs of owning a Dodge Ram diesel over the last 4 years. So we bought it with 60,000 kilometers on it. It has 235,000 kilometers on it. Now, we have, other than changing the oil, the fuel filters, and the air filter, and general maintenance, the only thing we've done to the truck in 175,000 kilometers, the only thing we've done to it is we did the brakes once in 4 years. So if you take the $8,000, and the only reason that this went on is because I ignored, to be fair, I ignored the engine light for 3 years. I didn't ignore the engine light for 3 days or 3 weeks or 3 months. I outright ignored it for 3 years. So, to be fair, there probably should be some repercussions for ignoring an engine light for 3 years. So really, it works out to like $150 a month maintenance for the whole time we've had the truck. So if we had bought the truck with 60K on it and someone had said, outside of oil changes and regular maintenance, you might have to spend $150 a month on this truck, I would have bought it for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty cheap truck.
Yeah.
And if I had aggressively pursued a solution when the engine light first came on, that would be even lower.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got yourself a winner with that Dodge Ram.
So, that one we're keeping all the Dodge Rams, so adding them to the Toyota and the Chevys. We have 5 pickup trucks now.
Wow. CRA's
Wow.
not like that.
Probably not.
They're gonna say, do the workers take them home? And can you prove the
don't.
kilometers that you went every year? Did you take pictures of the speedometer or the odometers on January 1st of every year and log them accordingly. It's
I
a fuck
did.
around.
I
What a
did it.
fuck around.
Oh, all of it. It's all been done.
I mean, better than me.
No, I never did. When I first started the business, I used to log the kilometers every day in a book.
Oh,
Yeah.
closest we get is our safety papers. I'm sure you
Yeah.
could leaf through
Well,
those.
technically, all the other trucks, or if I'm towing, I have a logbook, right?
Yeah, me too.
And the guys fill out a logbook every single day for every truck in our yard.
Yeah,
Whether it has a yellow sticker or not, the logbook gets filled out.
all of ours have yellow stickers. If the trucks leave the yard in the morning, they have their safety inspection done. Just, do you have to do that, Mike?
I do it.
What?
I don't know if I have to, but
If you're
Do
going to
you?
tow a tandem trailer, you need it.
even if you have the yellow sticker, you still need to do it.
Do what?
The
No,
safety book, no?
no.
Yeah,
I don't.
if you have a yellow sticker on, you're required to do it every day. You're
Yeah, I thought
supposed
so.
to.
Yeah.
You're
No, not
supposed to. But
my one ton. I've gotten pulled over before, and they're like, "Do you have your safety paper or your inspection filled out?" I said no. They said that's okay. It's personal exemption.
Really?
Hey, then why'd you
yeah,
ask?
there is a personal
Just checking.
exemption if you're driving a personal pickup truck on personal business.
No, this is a commercial. Well, this is my company business truck doing company things.
But
It's
was
just
it a pickup or a 1-ton dump truck?
a one-ton pickup, like my Ford.
Oh yeah, a pickup they'll probably let you get away with.
Really?
If you're towing a trailer, they won't let you
Yeah,
get
if you have
away.
a trailer, you have to for sure have your paperwork filled out.
Yeah. Like technically, like my pickup has a fuel tank and everything, but like when I'm going somewhere, if the lights are on at the scales, I just blow the scales.
Are
If
you
I have a
still
trailer
with
on,
your
if I have a trailer on, I go in the scales. But technically, you're supposed to take that truck into the scales all the time because technically, you're right. It's a company registered commercial vehicle. They could, in theory, they could chase you down for driving around the lights.
Oh. I'll just say I don't speak
But
English.
oh, then they'll just let you go.
Yeah, of course. Take off my shoes, drive in fucking sandals or something. This
Yeah,
guy's fine. Yeah.
yeah. Christy got pulled in the scales going to Brantford this week. She's got like a whole routine as soon as she sees the lights. Underglow off, windows down. She's got to do all this shit. Although she's been through the Thicks and Rose scales with the underglow on, and they never said fuck all about it. But
Why
she
they
puts
don't
it her. I don't know. We don't know. It's supposedly it's not illegal as long as it's not like red or blue or something, or it's not flat. It's okay as long as it's not flashing. If it's flashing, then you can't be there. But because it's just a glow, it's fine. Her windows are like crazy dark though.
Oh,
So she puts her as soon as she sees any kind of cops or anything, because technically any commercial vehicle can't have the windows tinted at any level anymore.
really?
Wow.
Yeah.
You know that?
We didn't get the tint peeled off any of ours but I know people who've had the tint peeled off their windows to certify the vehicles.
Huh.
I'm the I can't remember who certified ours, but I think they took the pictures with the windows down.
So whenever they safety our little dump trucks, they always put those stupid fucking reflective stickers on the box. And it drives me nuts because I hate them. Right?
It's probably
Do they
some
have
requirement. We have like on the big dump trucks, there's like round reflectors.
Okay, we
I
have
don't like those.
right, the silver and red tape that goes
Right.
across, and I hate it. It looks atrocious. The bin truck doesn't have it.
Hmm.
Why do the little dump trucks need it?
The bin truck probably has side marker lights though. Like our new bin truck has lights on the fenders.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, yours probably has side marker. Like if you light it up at night, I bet you can see the side marker lights on the truck.
Well, that fucking Ram that has more lights than anything
Mm.
down the side of them.
And it loves Jesus.
It's ridiculous, that thing in the nighttime.
They did it for Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good
It
truck
says
now.
it right on the truck.
Yeah. Jesus loves you. I think it's in the back window. Whatever. It's a good omen.
You're peeling off reflective sticker tape, but not peeling off Jesus loves you stickers.
No, I'm more offended by the reflective tape than I am Jesus loves you.
Fair. Fair. I even thought about putting reflective tape on our bins,
Ah,
and I was like, I fucking hate. Well, because they sit ours sit on the road all the time, right?
yeah. What about just a reflective crown?
The crowns are pretty bright yellow,
Yeah,
I guess. Like
yeah,
they are pretty bright. I don't know. We're so fucking slow.
Really?
really.
This is the
Um,
slowest I've ever. This is absolutely the slowest I've ever been in like since we bought a truck. It's
Right.
insanity. There is so little business going on.
Bins or just in general? Everything.
Everything.
Really?
Yeah, everything. Yeah. It's
Wow.
fucking crazy. Like there's just nothing going on. It could be because it's August and it's August during a recession, or I don't know. It's fucking brutal. Like
hmm.
it's we did close a nice, well, okay, it's not close. They're 99% sure they carried our number. Probably the 1% is going to burn me in the ass, but uh, we we have we closed like a 6,000 square foot interlock job.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's
That'll take a
nice.
minute.
Yeah, it's for November. Yeah, it's cool. It's a bunch of pathways and circles,
Circle kits.
long winding paths and circles for it's yeah, we need some circle kits. It's for a cemetery. I guess they're creating walking paths and stuff in a new section or something. So it's kind of a neat job.
Nice.
But yeah, we picked up a bunch of like saying to Jack, like we've priced so much stuff and won nothing that we we won this. Oh, we got this job replacing this tree on the balcony from we did 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Originally, we thought it was one of the 70 mil locusts that died, and I said to Jack, "That's a $15,000 tree replacement
Yeah.
because you have to literally pull crane permits, block the road, have 5 or 6, you have to have cops down there, 5 or 6 people, you have to rent all the pylons, which they had all the pylons for all their crane lifts when we were doing it last time. This is just renting the pylons for 2 hours to replace this tree. I said, this is legitimately probably $15,000 or more to replace this tree. But it was a smaller tree that died. It was a little Serviceberry standard. So we ordered one that we can manhandle, and we're going to take it up in the elevator and replace it.
Wow.
We still, two things factor in. I had no interest in doing this because it's stupid and shitty. And I really feel deeply like this conglomerate company that's owned by Berkshire Hathaway, who was a pain in the ass to get money from when they needed us, is really going to be a pain in the ass when they don't give a shit. So Jack put a outrageous number on this tree. A absolutely fucking stupid number, because I said, I want to do this. This is stupid. It's not worth the risk. Like, we're two guys drive down, they take the elevator up, they pull one tree out, they put another tree in, they take the elevator down, they go home. And the tree's worth like $80. So you could argue that it's worth $1,000, $1,200 maybe.
Yeah. Nothing's less than $1,000. It's
Yeah,
been
so
put that way before. So
it is like 5 times that. So I was like, I have no interest in this job. No, I don't want anything to do with it. So, like I learned a long time ago, there's never a bad job. There's only a bad price. So now that job is worth going to do and taking the risk of never getting paid. But just for fun, if they don't pay us, I'm going to lean one Adelaide. Just for shits and giggles. We'll lean one of the, you know, highlight buildings of the city for fun over this one tree that we put on the fucking balcony.
Do you think you'll be the only lien on the building?
Probably not.
Or do you think, I'm sure
there's
all those buildings
multiple
have
liens.
liens for shit.
I bet they have all kinds of liens, yeah. Or if I bet that building's worth so much fucking money and generates so much fucking money that if someone liens the building over $5,000, they just fucking pay it.
Do you think they're all revenue generators, those buildings? Because after COVID, nobody wanted to go back into the office. I
Maybe
thought
not. Maybe it's not a good revenue
real estate
generator.
was-
I'm sure it was. That building's connected to that thing called the Path,
Oh yeah.
the underground network in Toronto. So like people come up into that building constantly.
Is that a commercial building?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's a commercial building. So I think that if you were looking to have an office in downtown, you can literally go from Union Station to that building underground, right? So it would probably be advantageous.
Yeah, I
So
suppose.
I just thought it was funny because I was like, oh, maybe we'll leave this fucking place. Anyways, we got that job at which, we didn't want and is totally not helping us use up guys' time. Like trying to get work to get to the end of the season, right? Like, but there's no time to get to the end of the season.
Is that Brantford wall job coming to a close?
We're floating the equipment out. We took back the extra wall, and then we floated the equipment out, one piece of it, and then we're floating the rest of it out tomorrow. And then we got a crew going back there on Monday to put soil behind the wall, and DPR is going to start the fencing on Monday. So, hoping maybe by the end of the week to be done the whole thing. So maybe not. I don't know. The walls are done though, so that's good. I feel like for a job that was really far away that I was too busy and didn't spend enough time at, it went pretty well. When you take into all these things considered that I wasn't, the only thing that happened, Jack and I squeezed the price first of all because we really needed something to do. So we squeezed the price a bit, which is fine. And when we bid it, there was no houses there. So you had like open access to build everything. And there was no deterrence and no people and no other contractors. So when we bid it to build the walls like that, where you could just access everything immediately. But the reality is by the time we closed it and got there, all the houses were built. So the one wall the guys have been building, which probably if there was no house there, would have taken them 3 days, took them 7 or 8 days because they're building the wall 27 inches away from the house. And you have to build the wall stepping out and there's no access at all.
Oh,
So you're swinging in every wall block, then you're using the excavator to put in the fucking gravel, and then was just absolutely painful. So if you take those things into account, and we had Ricky was sick for a week. Daryl had some holidays mixed in there. Steve was on holidays for a week. Then Steve came back and cut the tip of his finger off, and he's been off since then. So we had like a bit of influx. So if you look at the labor hours, we're probably not substantially over budget on labor hours by the time you factor everything in. We're probably a little bit over budget on hotels and per diem because we were there for a couple extra weeks. And the only other thing that happened was the grades, the way the wall was designed, the grades didn't work. So the guys had to add pieces to make the wall high enough to hold back the neighboring property. It just didn't work the way it was built. So, and this is my fault, not theirs. Like I would have made the same decision. I would have added all the pieces. I would have done the same thing. They built it all and made it work. Because, when you're there building something, you're just building, you're adding it to get to grade. And They ended up using a bunch of extra wall, but we didn't buy the wall on this job. We were supplied the wall for the job. So now it's when they were running short on wall, it's hard to say to the client, because this was like 2 weeks later, it's hard to say to the client, hey, we need a bunch of extra wall. And they would be say, well, why did you build it without approval? Why didn't you just, we could have told their client that we need approval and then we could have got the extra approved. But now that you've already built it, are we going to get the extra approved? And then now who knows what wall is actually short and what wall isn't and what, so we ended up buying some skids of wall to finish the job. So that was definitely not part of the budget, but I didn't see a very good solution to the problem because it's hard. Did they have enough wall there? We'll never know now because we used up too much wall in some spots. So anyways, we ended up buying a few skids of wall, but that Grande wall is not super expensive. It's not like we were buying skids of fucking Umbriano or something.
Depends on the size of the piece. Those 750s are
$75.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So like it wasn't but that is on me. If I had been there every other day or every 3 days, I would have seen and we would have had conversations about it. But there was a couple times I wasn't there for like a whole week because we were so getting crushed by every other job we were doing. We were so fucked that we're just there. Like we had so much shit going on and so many. So it's like, you know what, man, if you take all the jobs that we were doing at that time, I think we had 4 jobs running, and you add up all those jobs, and then you divide this one thing amongst all those jobs, because that's the only way to really be fair.
Yeah.
Because all of those jobs were a distraction to that. Like if I was only managing that one job, that would probably have not have happened.
Yeah, but you also wouldn't
But
need 8 employees.
no, exactly.
Like
We
you
wouldn't need
have
as
to
many
put
employees.
it all
So.
in the pot and then dissect it at the end.
I think if you factor in the cost of that extra wall, like we just did the return. The problem nowadays too is that like just the skids are so fucking expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the bill for the wall that we bought plus the delivery was like, I don't know, $6,500 or something. But then like $1,000 of that is just fucking skids.
Yeah. And you get half the money back for the skid, right? You don't get a full for the skid or
get,
something like that. Like what kind
I
of
think you get $5 less.
Yeah, I think it's $5.
yeah, whatever that
Five
like
bucks less. Yeah.
it used to be like $20 for a skid and you return the skid and you get your $20 back.
Now
Now,
it's $40 for a skid and you get 35 back.
yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't get all my money back.
Yeah, we lose $5 a skid.
They don't have that in the
handling shit.
States.
They don't have that in the States?
No, I asked.
Well, it's because they have fucking freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
They
must be
probably
just a
just take
Canada
their
thing.
skid. They probably just take their skids directly to the landfill. Home of the free.
Yeah.
So, because like our client, I messaged in the group chat today and said, "Hey, you guys should probably go get these skids before someone deems them garbage because there's like probably 7K worth of skids in the fucking parking lot."
Oh, we
I
lost
don't
a
know if you
bunch.
guys remember those videos of how many bundles of wall we had. It was stacked 4 high, fucking filling like now there's one in one of the block of parking spots in the fucking complex is just skids now. Stacked 10 high. Like it's probably legit 5, 6, 7K worth of fucking skids.
I love it. The permacut or no, our delivery driver came to pick up empty skids and they were pissed off because we had mixed the 750 skids and the 1175 skids. Like they're not the same size, but they were all mixed in the pile because you're picking off more than one skid at a time. And he was losing it. He absolutely lost his shit over the skids not being stacked properly. He said, "You figure it out,
Really?
guy." Yeah, I don't give a shit. Get him out of here. Spent hours organizing them on the site. Sounds like someone else's problem.
It's not my fucking deal, dude.
Not my problem. Get him out of here. But
I
the
couldn't
guy
give a
spent all
shit.
day cutting. They cut that wall block all day.
That's the stupidest wall I've ever seen.
Every single person who has come to see that wall has said, "You think they'd make a wedge block or something for this, eh?" Yeah, fucking thanks. No, the first
You know
person
what
was,
they would like? I don't understand like. I understand everything that I've touched from con perm lately is all these walls with no grid and all these insanely huge cement blocks.
hmm
Now, I'm guessing that someone did the math on it, not that I'd have any experience, and said, hey, if we delete grid out of these walls and just use massive pieces of concrete, we can sell it as a, oh, look, you don't have to excavate back as far and you just use these huge blocks. But really, you're just selling more concrete, which is obviously the goal. Like the amount of concrete that's in the walls that we built is probably 3 to 4 times the amount of concrete that would be in a wall with grid.
oh,
I have built walls with grande wall that are 25 feet high that never had a double block once.
yeah, yeah. This whole three courses back, this is all new. This is like in the last 5 years, we started doing these things. That before that, it was, okay, you use the 375s and you stack them and grid and stack them and grid. And that's it. No building depth of block.
Did you see tons of walls failing all over the place when they were built like that?
No, not really.
Yeah, no, me neither. But we better change the wheel because we need to get extra concrete into the ground.
It would have been cheaper to form and pour this stuff. It's cheaper already to form and pour than it is to build these SRW walls. So what's the
Potentially.
advantage now? Like I don't understand.
If if you were building the wall normally with a 375 and grid, even if the grid length was 10 feet and you had to compact that whole 10 feet,
It would have
you
been,
would probably be done the wall by now.
yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't be mitering block at a meter and a half deep. That's for sure. Like
Mitering
you're
those
not,
doubles is fucking crazy.
as I went to site today and I'm thinking, why are we cutting every block? Like why aren't we cutting every second block? And then they're thinking and thinking, and I'm trying to explain like no one ever sees these blocks ever, right? So let's just cut every second block and then we save ourselves half the cutting.
We'll just cut one side off them. You know how you can turn a corner by just cutting one side?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm telling them cut every second block or whatever, and not, they're like, is that going to work? No, that's not going to work. And then I said, Murray, get out of the shovel. I want to talk. And he came down. He's like, oh, we're cutting one side off the block. I said, okay, that's the exact same thing that I said, just in a different way. We're doing half the cuts,
Yes.
right? So, okay, we're all on the same page. You're just doing it fucking the opposite way of how I would have done it. Same end result of not cutting every single piece, but it is now you're cutting one side off every piece. So it's still
What did
half
the
the cuts of the
inspector, how
original.
did the inspector want them cut?
They didn't, they said you have to cut a minimum of 20 mil off each piece. So that was a minimum guideline, and there's nothing else there. It said nothing about cutting the tits off, but there's absolutely no way to get these things to lock. Like you couldn't
So are
leave
you
part of
gluing
the
them?
tit. Yeah, we are just gluing them. We went through 4 cases of glue in the last 2 days.
Is the glue all right?
Do you,
It's coming out of the
do you
tube
think
okay?
do you think you're making any money on this job?
I don't know. I doubt it. Like I think we're
Like, no,
if
I'm not trying to
like
be mean. It's
after
just like
covering,
this job is fucked.
well, so like we'll cover like labor rates, right? Like, and I don't mean just what the guys get paid. I mean what
Yeah.
my charge out rate is, right? And then maybe we'll have 10K cream at the end, which isn't very good for a month long wall. I could send them to do little walkways for more money than that. But here we are. It's part of the project. You,
Is that a bigger project than that wall, or is the wall the
yeah,
only part of
yeah,
it?
yeah. It's like a $500,000 landscape job, which just happens to include a wall. And it might be more than that with the cost of the wall. I don't know.
What is that place?
It's a long-term care.
Mm.
Ed Laurier, long-term care or retirement resident. I don't know. I think they get offended if you say to retirement residents when it's actually long-term care or vice versa, something. But
Fair.
anyway, it's one of those. They got some courtyards on the inside. They got some planting on the outside. Not much to it.
We have this job at these fire halls, and I'm going through the list with Jack, and I'm like, we're trying to like, these people got like hyper pissed at us, which was kind of justified because we hadn't really been there and we kind of been ignoring the jobs because the general is like insanely disorganized general. So you can kind of just like, anyway, and the fire, it's these fire hall jobs are super weird bunch of stuff that we're doing because this general like subdivides everything. Like there's 4 different electricians working on the project. There's like it's super weird. So we kind of ignored it for a long time. Then they got hyper pissed at us because we hadn't been there, and there was a big kerfuffle. Which fair enough. We hadn't been there, and now I also I don't even really know. We were so busy when Jack was bidding these things. Remember going over it, but I don't even know half the stuff we're doing. I'm becoming more familiar daily with what we're supposed to be doing there. But for a long time, I didn't really know what was going on. But today, Jack and I were talking about the planting, and I said, "What's the planting?" He said, "Oh, there's some shrubs. The guys already did the garden at the one fire hall." And he goes, "And then there's some random junipers. There's like there's like a boulevard with trees in front of every commercial building."
Yeah.
He said, "There's some random junipers in the grass there." What do you mean? Like some upright junipers, like like a Mountbatten kind of thing? No, green carpet junipers. I said, just plant it in the middle of the boulevard by themselves. He said, yeah, individual carpet junipers. I'm like, someone's just gonna run that shit over with a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Like it's a carpet juniper and the tree these fire halls have taken so long. The tree hoarding's been up for like, I don't know, 2 years or whatever. So like the grass is 3 feet high. The tree hoarding's everywhere. I'm like, can we get them to take all this shit down? Because we got to plant a couple of carpet junipers in there in the 3 foot high grass with the tree hoarding.
Yeah.
Who designs that? Hopefully not us. Someone's going to have to cut it.
It'll be you. You just peel it with the excavator or something. But we
well, no, my favorite thing about these my favorite thing about these fire halls is there's like zero allowance for sod repair.
Yeah.
Like, and the whole place is destroyed because they've done additions and all this stuff to it. Like on the one fire hall, other than where the tree hoarding is, because you can't get past it, every other piece of sod on this job is totally fucking destroyed. So Jack had given them a price to because it wasn't part of our like that fire hall. I think we have 2 skids of sod available or some shit. But it needs like 25 or 30 skids to fix it or whatever it is. So Jack had given them pricing to resod it, and there's no allowance for repairing anything. So like there's curbs poured with 18-inch deep holes behind them from the excavation, and everywhere anyone's dug, it's like they told Jack in the meeting their plan is to let it renaturalize.
Oh, that's a buzzword.
What does that mean?
Buzzword.
We're just gonna leave? They're just gonna let the weeds grow? So we built this retaining wall in the back of our patio on one of the fire halls, and we charged a lot for it because it was a really inconvenient bullshit extra using stupid ass Durahold wall that was 10 times too big to try and get anyways. But when we were done there, I said to Ricky, "Oh, we used this path for access to build this, and we charged a lot for it. So just spread a I'll get Christy to bring you a load of topsoil. Just spread it behind the thing, make the swale work. Just clean it up on the way out. That's the right thing to do. So we did that, and that's the only place where all the weeds have grown really well because it was fresh topsoil. But no one knows we did that, right? Because we just did it. So in the meeting, they're like, "Well, it's really renaturalizing behind Fire Hall 115. So we'll just let it all renaturalize like that." Jack's like, "Yeah, that's renaturalizing because we spread a bunch." He didn't say it in the meeting, but he's like, "We spread a bunch of fucking topsoil." Like, talking about.
Wow. Right. We planted some trees last Friday for a school job, and they're big, 70 mil, big enough trees, right? And two of them were at the entrance to the school, with a walkway in between them, and there was one of those big electrical boxes, those big green ones, stick out like a sore thumb. Like this thing was bigger than a car, right out front of the school, and there was a tree on either side of it. And we had locates. All's good. So just be careful. Sometimes shit's not where the locates are, not where the paint is. It's Friday. I don't want a fucking bomb to go off on,
Fair.
right? So I leave. What did I do? I went to go pick up a bin and came back, and they were just getting ready to put one of the trees in. They're like, "We can't get this rock out." Why is there a big rock right where the tree is going? And I look down and I'm like, that's not a fucking rock. That's the electrical encased in fucking concrete. You're fucking lucky you didn't try and get that out. They're like, "Oh, it's right on grade. We'll just set the tree on that." I'm like, "Fucking right you will." They're like, it said it didn't go through here. I don't care what it said. There's a big flat piece of concrete down there. That's not for fucking show.
No,
That's not
100%
just
it's the electrical
convenient.
bank. It's a duck bank. 100% it's the duck bank.
Like, and maybe like, cause you don't know, I've been doing this for 20 years, right? They haven't.
Mm.
That's like, that's a huge fucking deal. But
Yeah.
like, I had a meeting with the electrical guy, and he goes, "Yeah, you're good under the sidewalk. It's like steam heat or something like that." He's like, "Don't hit that." I said, "Well, I'm not digging up the sidewalk, so we'll be fine." Neglected to mention everything encased in concrete beside the sidewalk. So
Mm.
anyway, we made it out unscathed. Only two trees left because they were not ordered, not by me, but I have to go back and plant two more. So nothing like turning a 1 day job into a 2 day job.
Oh, and
So
you got to float all the shit back.
yeah, yeah, float everything back, more mulch, more water for the trees. So whatever.
It's been cool at least.
Yeah.
Uh, the mornings, yeah, but during the day, it was 28 today. It's hot out.
Yesterday was chilly.
It was nice yesterday. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this afternoon it got pretty warm. It was pretty warm this afternoon.
We have a lot to do now. Like everybody wants us right now. But I said, if we keep going at this rate, I'm going to be sitting at home on my hands in mid-October.
Hmm.
Like,
Same
just
problem.
relax, guys. Like everybody now, 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 now. It's like there's nothing for later. So
If we took all the work we've already done, that's all the work I need to do a season.
yeah.
But because we got crushed and all of it had to happen at once, now I'm fucked and I have no work. But we've already done enough work to hit all the budgets. Not that I have budgets, but let's say I did. Like we've done enough work to cover everything, but we're short work and it's like fucking August.
Well, that's a
But
good feeling, I guess, right?
we got a really cool our one contractor that we do a lot of work for that always they bid like really cool stuff. Always doing something really neat. And so they got this like emergency shoreline work, but they don't have a crew to do it, so they're gonna give us their 30-ton excavator, and we're gonna go like right into Lake Ontario and do this job.
With permits?
Yeah, yeah, it's all permitted. It's for the town, and it's pretty cool. Like we're gonna build a coffer dam in the lake to protect the area where we have to lift out some of the debris that's gone in, and we got to recut the grade. And
Nice.
the guys are it's not we've never done it. The contractor we're working for, they've done it a ton, and they have a lot of experience at it. So um they're going to help. Like they're the project manager is going to be there and help us quite a bit. And um I think it's 3 week job, and it's timed, and it's got to be done by September 15th. So it's a little, you're a little bit, it's not something we've like, I'm looking at it going, I feel like all this can be accomplished in 3 weeks. But I'm also like, I don't know if all this can be accomplished in 3 weeks.
Well,
Yeah, like, is there some part of this, like, it looks pretty easy, like not easy, nothing's easy, but it looks like there's enough allowed time for me in my world to get this done. But then I'm like, I I haven't done this before, so maybe I guarantee I'm missing something that is hard that we haven't done yet. So um but it kind of, I think it'll be fun to do something different, and it's only like 20 minutes from home, so that's also another, be nice to have, a job that's 20 minutes from home, not, and like everything we've done this year has been like at least an hour. So
nice to be home.
yeah, we also picked up Jack and I have been working on this car dealership deal for 3 months now, and it's also very close to home, and it's a really nice job. But they had like a sinkhole beside their catch basin. So like we went and looked at it, and we closed that. It's like $800.
To
So,
repair the sinkhole?
but it's like an hour to like cut the asphalt, fill up the hole with 3/4 clear, and then put some coal patch over top. It's like literally like an hour's work. On the good side, we've established that we're someone to call for a problem. So maybe we're somewhere to call when you want to landscape your whole fucking dealership. Or maybe they're like, we'll give the other guy all that because this sap is coming to do this sinkhole repair for $800.
Yeah.
Like really, for me, I would have been like, hey, if you give us the contract, I'll just repair your stupid sinkhole for free.
Yeah.
I could care less.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
That's a deal. There's a
I
car
got
dealership in town that has been without, like, it's a brand new Honda dealership, but it has no sod. It just has weeds growing up higher than the headlights of the cars because apparently he can't afford to do the softscape on the job for his new car dealership.
that doesn't seem like a very good.
No, doesn't seem very good from a business perspective. Would you want to buy a car from that guy? I don't know. Or you can go down
No,
the street and
I
buy a
don't
car
think I would
from
want to buy a car
Mazda,
from
the
that guy.
fucking moron. The moron from Mazda a couple of years ago, he's like, yeah, we gotta hydro seed this whole property. Okay, great. Give him a price. Okay, good. Go do it. Um, I had to spend the day with a power rake, taking up all the weeds. And then at the end of the day, oh, it looks so great. But now the fence guys are here, so we can't hydro seed. I'm just gonna sod it instead. You fucking moron. You just, I spent a day here prepping it, and now you're gonna take the hydro seed work away from me? You asshole. I was so pissed. I was so fucking pissed. I will never buy a Mazda because of this guy.
My internet connection's terrible.
Okay, I just went on a rant.
Would you
I,
have bought a
for, I
Mazda
heard
anyway?
most of the rant about your hatred of Mazdas.
Yeah, I'll never buy a Mazda. Ever.
Did he not pay you for the power raking?
No, he did, but that was half the job, right?
Mm.
He and that was the hard part of the job, like the full day of power raking weeds up and disposing of them, trucks at a time, miserable work, dusty. Scott
Yes.
got fucking poisoned something, you know, all for him to say, oh, well, I guess I'll just sod it then. Fucking, what a loser.
That is terrible work.
Yeah, yeah. So, whatever.
I hate that kind of work. It is awful work,
All the machines get clogged with dust.
especially if you've smashed the window out of your ASV.
We used the mini track loader, the little stand-ons, because we don't have
Mm.
a full-size power rake. Our partner does, but we couldn't have gotten in there anyway with the full size.
Using the stand-ons would be brutal.
Yeah.
That was the only problem with the really big like the really big stand-on that we had. It it was a that mammoth was a great machine. It did a lot of stuff, but the level of dust from that thing was crazy.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
the
this
only
year has
thing.
been also very dusty.
That's why you can't walk in the forest.
Yeah. Don't even try.
It's too dusty. No forest for you.
Yeah.
No
Well,
forest for you.
I will,
You don't deserve to go in the forest.
it's fine. I'll spend my free time at my second cottage.
Mm.
So I got
At
to do
the
some
second,
foundation work there. Yeah. There's some foundation work to do. So I got to get a mason in there. I'm hoping the 8-ton with the forks can just lift the cottage while the mason puts new block in, and I just set the cottage back down on the new block.
mm.
I wonder if that's a good idea or a bad idea.
Wouldn't the 20-ton lift it for sure?
Yeah, but the 20-ton is the size of the house.
Mm.
I can't get it anywhere near there. The 20-ton would rip the top off the cottage for sure. Like,
And then you could be like, there was an accident here. We're just building a new cottage. Fuck it.
yeah, we will build a new cottage there. The water is beautiful.
Is it a done deal? Did you get word back from the bank?
The bank said go ahead, and then yeah, as far as I know, it's good.
Nice.
So we're gonna be landlords to Airbnb, I guess.
Is there any Airbnb laws out in Cornwall?
Is there any Airbnb what? Sorry?
Well, a lot of municipalities now have laws that you can't Airbnb a property or for more than 3 months of the year. There's all these like weird Airbnb laws now.
Yeah.
Not that I know of. I'll find a way around it. I'm done following rules. The
Mm.
older I get, the less rules I want to follow.
I think it's supposed to be the opposite.
You want to follow more rules as you get older?
Yeah, you put your elbows up and you want to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Get your fucking elbows up.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at some of those Airbnbs on the river there.
Is there some? Are you in Cornwall?
Yeah.
Is there any on the water?
Yep. Looks like it.
What are they going for a night?
Prince Albert Street,
What?
Coron Mills
Oh,
Street.
that's not on the water. That's like, I don't know. I don't. Albert Street?
What are they going for, Mike?
Yeah, what do they go for? I haven't done.
So the one on Prince Albert Street, or it's like off of it, closer to the water,
Yeah,
is
but there's no
one
water access there.
oh no,
No.
169 a night, and then there's one that's like literally in the river. That's 386 a night.
In the river?
Well, the marker shows that it's in the river, but
Nice.
I'm sure
How
it's
much is it? How much is it a night?
386.
Wow. Chat.
It's
How about
tiny
that?
too,
That's
with an
4 days.
interlock driveway.
An interlock driveway.
Yeah. Here, let me just share my screen so you can see.
An interlock driveway, Chad. You're getting outdone. You're never going to get 386 a night without an. What kind of driveway do you have?
I have a 3 parking driveway and a double driveway. Where's that? You sure that's in Cornwall?
Pretty sure.
That looks like
That's
a
that.
turd. They want the $200 a night
That's
for
right
that.
there. So there's Prince Albert Street. That's the
Oh yeah, that's
169.
you can look at the water, but you're sure she can't go in it.
This one looks
But
like
the
it's
one,
right on the water though,
What's
because
the other
it's
one? Go to that
right
one.
in the river.
Oh,
That's the one I showed you. This one,
can you
that
and it
show
one.
the
looks out. There it is.
Maybe it floated away.
Let's see that. I want to see that picture of the water looking out the door. That looked like pretty nice. Look at that patio, Chad. You didn't build that.
No,
No,
you're right. But
Who built that? Go back to the patio. I want to see the patio.
here's the patio. Do you see this?
yeah,
Yeah. Can you blow up a patio picture?
Yeah.
Let's judge this work on this Airbnb.
Ooh,
This
look at
is-
those
wow,
gaps.
those are some. That is
Chad
some
didn't do that
terrible
one.
soldier course.
that
Chad,
one.
you didn't build this, eh?
I didn't build that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, they should have carried that down so that it matched.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Look at that grill. I hate flagstone that's just way parsed apart with rocks in between. It does nothing for me.